right. Hey, we are here and welcome to Business Tuesday. All right. All right. And all right, we have ladies. Excuse me, my bad. We have Ms.C. Ms.C, you gonna kill me. Yeah, hey, you. I know. Hey, I'm so sorry. Oh my goodness. Oh. Yeah, I know. Tap. Yeah, we have Ms.C, the Queen Bee in the house. Yeah. All right. All right. Yeah. Well, you know, Uncle T is always bad with names. I have always been bad with names. But anyway, good evening to you, and how are you?
I'm doing just fine. A little tired, but yeah, I still feel good.
Well, that's
glad for this Business Tuesday, so we can talk to the folks about some stuff.
Yeah, I'm so glad as well, and I want to say hello to Ms.C and her company, Location Realty. They will be coming on. We will have them as a guest on May 30th. That's on Business Tuesday. They were here before her and Carl. They were here, and I think she had another associate. I can't remember their name, but anyway, because like I said, I'm bad. Uncle T is bad with me. But anyway, so she's coming back on, and she's gonna bring some associates or whatever. I don't know who, but she's coming back on. And they will be back on May 30th if they want to talk about some investments, real estate, talk about how the economy is going. Listen, she's been in real estate for over 15, 20 years, so we can all learn a little something from it. You know what I'm saying? A little something.
That'll be nice.
Yeah.
I just recently bought my condo. So
Okay, great. Yeah.
There's a lot.
Yeah.
There's a lot to buy and investment.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. Give us some really good insight.
All right. So what's going on with the health today? What we're going to talk about is, I'll let you go ahead on, Ms.C. You go ahead on. I'll let you open it up. And
you always like to put me on the spot.
Hey, well, I tell you what. I tell you what. Let me do this. The topic tonight on the health, because we normally do the health first for about 30 minutes or so. So the topic on the health tonight is about sleep disorder, about you working under stress and sleeping disorder. Okay, because whether you believe it or not, it happens. Okay.
Yes.
And when you keep pushing yourself, eventually your body is cracked. Now you might not listen to it, and you will. Your body is just like a car; it will give you signals and signs. Now, whether or not we pay attention to them is something totally different altogether. Okay. Yeah. But your body is just like a car. It will give you certain signs to let you know, hey, you need to slow down. I need some rest. You need to do this. So on that note, I'm going to let you take over, Ms.C.
All right. So, so my first thing is, what exactly is stress? We hear a lot about stress, and stress is a killer, and stress, can, cause you to have different health issues. And, but, what really is stress? And it really is, from my understanding, it's mental tension. I saw this cartoon one time. I hope I can say this on the radio.
Okay.
But I saw this cartoon one time, and they were saying that how did it go? Stress is restraining yourself from choking the shit out of somebody who really needs it.
Oh, okay.
I think that kind of in a nutshell. well.
Yeah.
This,
Yeah.
this person or this situation has drawn you to a point where you're ready to explode,
Yeah.
or you're having, like you said, symptoms in your body.
Yep.
And that can happen very well
Yep.
in the
Yeah.
workplace. You got a co-worker
Mm-hmm.
that gets on your last
Mm-hmm.
nerve. Your boss gets on your last
Mm-hmm.
nerve. They
Mm-hmm.
put too much on you
Yep.
because of the pandemic. A lot of places still haven't hired as many
Right.
employees as they
Right.
need.
Mm-hmm.
So you're doing more work than you used to do. They're not paying you for the extra that you have to do.
Right.
But they're putting all these things on your plate. You're working later hours. You're going home stressed and tense. Situations at home may not be the best.
Right.
So you find yourself with what they call insomnia.
Yeah.
You can't sleep.
Yeah.
You can't get your brain and your body to unwind. So you're laying there in the bed, staring at the ceiling, wishing you could go to sleep, but you just can't because your body can't relax because of all of the tension and stress and worry that you have gone through during the day, at work and maybe at home as well, because home has its own kinds of stressors. If you're a single mom, you have to leave the job, come home, do homework, cook for the children, clean for the children. If you have a partnership, if you have a husband, a wife, or a significant other, then they need attention. You all might be having challenges. So all these things are stressful, and they can cause you not to be able to sleep.
Yeah. Well, hold on. Let me hold on. Amen. And let me just add something to that, Ms.C. Here's the thing, man, and it's just like it just listen. It doesn't make a difference whether it's family, business. It doesn't matter. The whole idea of life is being peaceful. Okay. Okay. If you have a job, whether you're in corporate America, entrepreneurship, it doesn't matter. Whether you're at home, family, whatever, it doesn't matter. If you don't have peace in your life, or the things that you're doing do not bring you peace, let it go. I'm just going to tell you that. Simple. It's very simple. Let it go.
So what I would say to that is sometimes stress is what they call acute, where it's just situational. And once you get over that situation, the stress is gone.
Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah. That's yeah, go ahead.
That really, because no matter, you're gonna have stress, regardless of
what
where
you do,
are, what you do. You're gonna have stress.
You're gonna have some stress. Yeah.
For me, one time the most stressful thing for me was, when I started my business. Am I gonna be able to pay my bills? Am I gonna be able to find customers? And those kinds of things, until you get them resolved, they cause you stress.
Right. Exactly.
And they upset your whole system. And other things that cause stress is like, if you lose a loved one.
Yeah. Amen.
That causes you stress. And it takes between the stress of the situation, and let me just take a sidebar here. It's even more stressful if that loved one didn't take care of their final expense, which was taking care of their funeral expenses. So that's even more stressful, because there you are, the family, you gotta go into debt, you gotta pass the hat, you gotta do a GoFundMe or something to take care of something that this person should have taken care of themselves. So Ms.C is going to say, if you don't have life insurance or final expense insurance, you need to get some. That is not fair to your loved ones when you leave them with that stress. They're already stressed out because
Mm-hmm.
you passed away, and
Yep.
they love you,
Yep.
and they can't think straight because they didn't imagine that you would ever leave. No matter what age you are, they never see you leaving.
Mm-hmm.
And there you are. They're stressed out about that. Here are all the family members coming
Mm-hmm.
into town, and they've got to figure that out. They've got to figure out how to bury you. They got all of this stress,
Mm-hmm.
and you didn't leave them any money
Mm-mm.
to take care of. When I hear people say, "Oh, when I'm dead, I ain't worried about it. It's all over," I think that
Mm-hmm.
is so selfish.
It is. It really is. It really really is. It really
That
is.
you would say, "Well, I'm dead. I don't know anything about it." Well,
Mm-hmm.
your family does, and you're
Yeah.
leaving them with expenses that you should have taken care of.
Mm-hmm.
And if you start at a early age, your premiums for your life insurance are so low
Mm-hmm.
that any you can afford them. This
Yeah.
should be a priority,
Yeah.
so that you don't leave your family with extra stress. So on top of their day-to-day stresses and things that are going on in life, now they got to stress over how to put you away.
Right.
So
Exactly.
yeah, I'm going
Mm-hmm.
to leave that part right there unless
Yeah.
you have something to say about it.
Well, I know you just coming over and everything, but let me just say this right here, and I want you guys to really understand what this is. Why when we were coming over to Business Tuesday, we were trying to get you to understand how important it is to have a will. Okay, it's very, very important to have a will, because let me tell you something, man. If you have anything of value, properties and stuff like that, you better get yourself a will. Okay, if you have more than maybe two kids, maybe three, four, or whatever the case may be, you better have a will, because if not, it's going to be just like I remember, who was that? James Brown. I think James Brown, and also what was the name? The guy that owned the stadium, Joe Robbie, the Robbie kids and all that stuff. And they was fighting over, when he passed away. It's horrible.
Yes.
It's
Yes.
really horrible, man. And when you don't have a will to tell the courts what you want, then the courts have to sit up there and figure that stuff out, man. And you really don't want the courts to have to be wasted, because guess what? While they're trying to figure all this stuff out, your butt is not even buried yet. A lot of times, because of the state is still having issues and stuff. A lot of times, they'll keep your butt. Some people are nasty enough to keep the body out, man, because that's what they did with James Brown. They had to put him on ice. I think they may have had that man on ice for almost a year.
Yeah.
Because they was fighting over their estate. So, you listen, man. I understand we are in the material world. We're in the material time. Been there, done that. Been out there. But let me just say something. While this pandemic is here, and there's no such thing as going back to normal, there will never be any normal. It's not. It's like I told you guys when I was on the radio. It will never be the same again, ever.
Never, ever.
Okay,
Never.
I told you that. It will never be the same. It's not going normalcy the way we used to be before the pandemic hit. No more. No more of that.
No.
So what you need to do is adapt, move forward, because it's not going anywhere. And sit down with your family and plan things out, and make sure you got stuff in paper or on paper. So just in case, if the good Lord call you before your time, you got everything taken care of, and you don't have to be worried about anything, and have your family going through unnecessary heartaches, man. And I'm just going to keep it real. All right, hold on. Give him applause. Hold on. All right, go ahead.
And this is the way you need to look at it, really. You worked hard
Mm-hmm.
to accumulate whatever it is you have.
Right.
Whether it's a home, cars, you've got investments, you've got savings, you got money in your, whatever it is, you worked hard for it.
Mm-hmm.
So why don't you take the time to determine what's going to happen to those hard-earned assets before you leave here?
Mm-hmm.
You know there's somebody in your family that you do not want to have your assets. You don't want boo-boo. Sniffing up his nose. But if you don't put it in your will, I'll leave a boo-boo $1 and the rest to JoJo.
Okay.
And the judge is going to say, okay, well, JoJo is the oldest.
Yep.
No,
Yep.
Boo Boo is the oldest,
Mm-hmm.
so Boo Boo gets the biggest portion,
Mm-hmm.
and JoJo don't get nothing.
Yeah.
So you need to think about that as well.
Mm-hmm.
I already have got my stuff in order.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. If you have a checking account, you put a beneficiary on your checking account. It's called a POD.
Mm-hmm.
On your savings accounts, on your investments, you put beneficiaries,
Mm-hmm.
and you make sure that in doing that, you assure that it doesn't have to go to probate, because probate court, they're charging you, and your assets are being thrown away,
taken away.
To the attorney and given to the court.
It is. Yep. That's exactly what's happening. Hold on 1 second. Okay, go ahead.
You need to stop and think about, who do I want to have what?
Mm-hmm.
And if you want to leave it to your puppy dog, you can do that.
You can
too.
do that. I know.
Make a choice.
Yeah.
It's your choice as to where your assets go and how they're distributed.
Yeah.
So you need to make that decision. Don't dream about it. You get a good night's sleep and you dream it, but don't dream about it. Don't think about it.
Mm-hmm.
And another thing we don't think about as well, it's a little off topic, but we don't think about having directives.
Right.
What do you want us to do for you when you get to the place where you can't make your own decisions?
Right. Exactly.
Some people, they want you to take extreme measures to resuscitate them. Some people don't want you to do anything. Well, you need a directive to let your family know what it is you want them to do.
Right. Exactly. All right. Hold on. Exactly.